What up, Talking Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's return episode of Knuckle Up. And yes, I have a good one for you. Today, we're sitting down with a young man that I've been profiling over the last couple of years, a man that I told you is going to be a world champion one of these days, a man who is undefeated and still is years later. Please help me welcome to the studio for this wonderful interview, my man, Jalen Skywalker.
Yo, what's the deal?
Man, the myth and the legend. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, man. You were right. The intro was a little different.
A little different, a little different. I kind of like this one. It's a little
Nice.
better than the last one.
Yeah,
Yo,
like
man, it's been 2 years. We sat down a couple of times a couple of years ago. I've been talking about you since you turned pro, telling everybody out there you're the one to watch. You're the man. You are the Jedi of the featherweight division, as I like to say it, and doing it well, very well.
thank you.
Honestly, let's just get right into it, man. 2 years ago till now, what have you been up to?
Man, I've been fighting. I've been fighting to get a fight. Last year I had 13 fights canceled on me. This year I thought I was out of the woods, but had another bad management contract and just dealing with that. But I finally got away. Got with my guys from England, and the future is bright. You know,
Excellent. Excellent. I know we were talking about it there off camera. I don't know if you're allowed to say it yet out there, but
official, yeah, it's official today.
there you
My
go.
partner with Matchroom, my gym is Churchill Boxing Club in Santa Monica, California, and we're partnering up. And the future is bright. We're going to have a lot of guys coming from England or even their USA based guys, and this is going to be the first gym that they could train at. So it's a
Listen,
lot more going to be coming my way.
oh man, lots more.
A lot of
Finally, finally, we'll get you some fights, eh? Because honestly, you were super busy 2021, 2022, one fight. You had 13 cancel on you, right? Something
yeah.
like that. Like,
I could tell you a story. I had a fight scheduled, I believe, April, March, and I made weight, did my weight cut, woke up in the morning, got out the shower. I get a call from my manager at that time, and he was like, "You won't believe this, but your opponent on the bus drive over here, the cartel stopped him and he got pistol whipped." So I don't know if that's real, but yeah, my opponent got pistol whipped, and I had to refund all the tickets. It was a mess.
either he got pistol whip or he didn't want no smoke, man. Because honestly,
Hey,
Jalen,
that's
I gotta tell you, man, your footwork has improved impeccably over the last couple of years. What are you doing to work on it? What, like, let the fans know how you're working that, man? Because honestly, the way you can spin out, the way that you're moving around the ring now, it shows like a veteran.
it could be kind of ironic because my coach is Pedro Neme. He's from Argentina. I started training with Pedro at the age of 19 years old.
Okay.
I started training with him. He basically broke my style down, added to what I was already good at, and he was teaching me how to be more relaxed because before that I was very stiff. I still have tendencies of that.
Right.
And it's kind of ironic because he's from Argentina. Argentina is like known for having the best soccer players like Diego
Right.
Maradona, Leo Messi, and they have like great footwork. So it kind of, I know it's two different sports, but we found a way to like mix it in a way. And he's very precise, insane. What's the word I'm looking for? Meticulous about the exact things that I have to do. You
Okay.
know,
So he's got like a real regiment in place, makes you stick to it to a T. Very meticulous training.
yeah.
It's
He's
you know
always
what
like,
it's paying off. It's paying off. What do you believe has been your best improvement since switching over?
experience becoming an adult. I was a teenager. Now I'm
Yeah.
21 years old. You know, the thing that threw me off with this coach is we woke up in the morning a lot of times, a lot of 5 a.m. training sessions, a lot of preparing and setting my night up before. It's like I'm a professional fighter. It's a lot
Right.
of sacrifice. Driving because I live in LA, driving to where we have to meet at will be like 30, 40 minutes, and learning how to wake up early, fucking 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep, and just going through it. I learned
That's
a lot of things, man. I trained really, really hard. I trained so hard. I trained myself into a hospital. My body shut down how hard I was training. So, um, into my body, learning things. I sparred with Devin Haney before he fought Lomachenko, and I learned a lot of things from that guy. I give him my hats off to him. I learned a lot. I learned how to work without overworking, but being effective, and he knows how to do that perfectly.
Okay, so would you say that's probably the best thing that you took away from that experience?
Yeah, and how to utilize a good jab. 'Cause that,
Which I noticed. I
yeah,
noticed, man.
yeah, I've improved on that because man, he was just popping me with that damn jab. First, pop, 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 and I'm like, I'm not used to it. I'm not
Right.
used to sparring or being in the ring with other slick fighters. I'm used to sparring the typical Mexican style, come forward,
Right.
or like a spin off of that type of style. His style was a little different. I'm not. It threw me off the first 2 rounds because he's similar to me, just as fast, but he was trying to box me. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he was throwing jabs, so I had to make the adjustments after the first and the second round. You know,
Right.
so I was very curious to see about the Regis fight because Regis is a southpaw. So I'm like, okay, is he going to keep that head down or is he going to bring it up?
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, what a great. I want to talk about your last fight. You
Okay.
know, first one this year. Did you feel that you had maybe a little bit of ring rust? Because I'll tell you right now, you did not look like it. They were mentioning it in the commentary that you were off for some time and that ring rust could set in. But honestly, I didn't see it. I saw a very new and improved, different boxer from years ago. Honestly, you're really coming into your own. That fight, I want to break it down. Round by round. It was only two, man. You know what I mean? So it's you know you're very calm. You were very calm. I noticed. How do you stay calm in those situations? And do you find it harder or easier now that you've been in the game long enough to get your nerves down when you're fighting in front of those big crowds again?
I've been fighting for 14 years. I've been raised as like a gladiator Spartan from America. You know, I've my whole life has been about the fight game.
Right.
Doesn't matter what happens in the ring, I know I can handle it. You could
Right.
throw me to the wolves, you could throw me to the sharks, I'll be fine. I know how to weather the storm. The first thing that was on my mind was I wanted to look impressive, but I
Right.
didn't want to impress that I was going to be impressive. But when I seen how slow my opponent was, I knew I had him.
Yeah.
The only way for him to hit me is for me to stay right there.
Yes, I noticed that. I
Yeah.
noticed that.
When I noticed he couldn't hit me on his own, he only hit me and when I engaged and I stayed there too long, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna pick you apart. I'm I'm not going to cross this line. And the difference between me and other, like you could say, slick fighters
Right.
is that like I want to, not trying to sound like a weirdo, but I want to hurt you and get you out of there. I don't want to keep you there long. That's
Right.
not my thing. I'm pretty old school. It's like, okay, box, box, box. I'm going to beat you up.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring
That's what,
bring bring that old school boxing back, the
yeah,
old
yeah.
style of fighting, and
People,
definitely you're bringing it.
yeah, people, they always wonder about punching power. Or some guys are like one hitter sleepers. Me, I never cared about being a one hitter sleeper. I'm the type of guy where I'd rather beat you up. I know if
Right.
I can beat you up, I could get the knockout. Either
Definitely.
I'm going to catch you with a body shot, you're going to fall asleep, or the referee's going to show mercy, and that's what happened.
Is that your favorite? Is the body shot the favorite?
No, my favorite is when the referee shows mercy, like when
Yeah.
it's uh 30, 40 punches, and I'm putting my will on you.
Right.
I love and like implying my will on my opponent. That's my favorite part of it.
Right. So what was the game plan going into that last fight? Just bring it.
Fight, I knew the guy supposedly was supposed to be a hard puncher. He had
That's
30 knockouts out of 14 wins.
yeah.
I knew that I couldn't. Well, I could have stayed right there, but I would have made the fight harder. You
Right.
know, me, I'm from California, so a lot of my style comes from like a Mexican style, somewhat. I
Right.
like to hang, but I knew that wasn't the right choice for me. So when I went out there, I'm like, okay, let me use my speed. That's my advantage. And then my
Definitely.
and then when I felt this power, I'm like, okay, this is not much. Because I've been in there with punchers, but he's not fast enough. You know,
Right.
a fast hard puncher is more dangerous than a slow hard puncher to me.
Yes.
Guy that's
Yes.
close, that like Guy that's explosive and set traps, it could give you nightmares.
Yeah, like you can definitely see. You can see the traps you're setting, man. I can
Yeah,
see them. Definitely becoming a Jedi. That's for real,
yeah,
man. You
definitely.
are you are a Jedi of this division, man. I see big things for you in the future. What's the plan going to look like for 2024? How many times are you expecting to get in there?
I believe at least four
At least
times.
four.
Next fight is going to be January, February. Around that time, maybe I'll be under the undercard of Connor Ben. We
Ooh,
have we have the same manager named Charlie Sims,
okay,
so it should be easy to get on that card. The next fight, I believe, is a 10 rounder,
okay.
and I still think it's going to be maybe for a junior title.
Ooh.
That's That'll be good. So
That,
step.
that that'll be excellent. Man, I swear the fact that you haven't fought so much in the last 2 years is, the fans are just missing you. I'm telling you, because when you came back and you just showed that dominance that I know you have in the ring. That I've been telling these people since you turned pro.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you can really see that you are really coming into your own, man.
thank you for all the support, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate this.
Always, always, man. I give the support where it needs to be due. I
Yeah,
gotta show, these. I gotta show love to the youngins, man, that are coming up. You are the future of boxing. You're the future. You're
yeah.
gonna be the guy we're watching for the next 10 years.
Hey, always reach out to me. I'll always give you an interview. I
Yeah,
really,
I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait. And we got to get you to win this knockout of the week award too.
yeah, let's do it, man. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
man. Probably in that next fight. We're gonna have to see it for sure.
Yeah.
So, what's social life? You got one, or are you really just living in the gym these days?
My past 3 weeks, if you like follow me on Instagram on my stories, I've been a lot of places. Like I've been to Catalina, San Francisco. Went to the amusement park yesterday with my siblings. I was basically being a chaperone. It was they don't expect nothing. Like with my brothers, I roll with an iron fist. But my sisters, I can't do nothing. So they kind of,
Exactly.
they had
Exactly.
eating at the same spot for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Walking towards us, but never was. But I have a social life. I believe life is. I try to live my life fully, but there's times where you have to be extreme and you have to cut everything off.
Right.
Oh, I'm the type of fighter when I'm in camp, I'm in camp. I don't like to do nothing. I like to be in the gym. Leave me alone. I stay in the gym. I
Right.
literally sleep upstairs from the ring. And that's how I live. Like the last 5, 6 weeks of my camp, I want to be here. I don't want to be home. I don't want to do nothing. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I have to be away. I'm that type of guy. But out of camp, I love life. I love dancing with people. I love going out. I don't drink. I don't smoke, but I like to have a good social life.
Yeah, man. Have a good time.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So this last camp, how did you run us through the last camp for this fight?
The last camp was too damn long. I was supposed to fight in August or September, and then it got pushed back to whenever my fight was. When was my last fight? November. It was November.
Yeah, no, November 18th, I believe it was.
Okay, yeah, it got pushed back, so I was in like a 14-week camp, and then halfway through it, I was sparring all these guys going 10 rounds, and halfway through it, I got sick. So I had like bad congestion. All
Yeah,
in my It was like 6 weeks out, and it kind of worried us a little bit because I started getting tired out of nowhere. But took some medicine, everything got back on track. We finished hard.
did you find it hard to bounce back after that hospital stay and medical stay?
No, because I took some prescription medicine. I did this like online doctor, told him my symptoms. Went to the CVS,
Yeah,
got my, and I was good. About that week, I was good. Got my energy back, and I was killing it in sparring.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, what else has been going on in the 2 years, man? It's a long time, man. A long time. Any other sparring stories? Any great sparring that you've had other than Haney?
Man, this sparring all the Russians and Filipinos and wild card, all them guys. Man, the Filipinos, I tell you, they have these monster tree trunks of legs.
Yeah, I know. They
I
can
don't.
really sit down on those punches, eh?
Oh my god, dude! Whew, I was sparring these guys, and it's like missiles going past your freaking head, dude. It's like Like, if you want to test yourself, spar some Filipinos. They're gonna give you some work. You
Really?
know?
Eh? So they're the workhorses. Eh? The sparring world.
No, it's not the work rate that's the problem. It's the natural gifts that they have.
Okay.
Like Filipinos and Puerto Ricans are one of the hardest punchers I've been in there with. You know, rest in peace to my friend Sammy, but he was a year younger than me and he died in a motorcycle accident coming. Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
and our fathers used to train together, and his punching power was ridiculous. Like I'm telling you, he had like hands of stone. Like Puerto Ricans, every Puerto Rican I've been in there with, they hit hard. They have like one of the hardest punchers, like Wilfredo Gomez or even the
Yeah.
guy Berlanga or Felix Trinidad. They just
Yeah.
fucking hard. And, like it doesn't make
It makes you really think, eh? When you get hit with one of those.
yeah. And then the Filipinos, like I've sparred Marlon Zapales, I've sparred Mark Messiah. Dude, they're heavy hitters.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark Masato. He does look like he's got heavy hands, man.
He had an amazing knockout like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
By a guy with a left hook. Boom. And I showed my dad, I'm like, Dad, you had me sparring this guy at 18. I look back, I'm like, fuck, do you even love me?
Yeah, yeah, he does. That's why he's putting you in there with him so early, right?
Like, damn man, like you gotta give me more props. I was guys for like free a lot of times,
Yeah, yeah, for
Like that's
sure.
the point. Like I've been paid for sparring, but now I don't like it. I don't like to get paid because it's okay to be a sparring partner, but I don't want to be a sparring partner.
Right.
You know me. So I'll be sparring these fucking monsters.
Yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
they can climb freaking coconut trees and
Yeah.
but
They're just a different breed, man. That's what it is. Different breed, right?
and
So
they're all
what's the goal for the end of 2024? What are you gonna set? What kind of goal are you gonna set for yourself for end of 2024?
hey man, the gold, the belt.
That's it, eh?
Could be next year and the next year or early next year, but I'm right there.
Yeah,
I had a long layoff, but I've been working this whole time. This whole time it hasn't been a vacation for me.
yeah,
So I don't believe it will be long for me to get my groove back. I already got my groove, but to get things going,
right.
step by step, I'm gonna get closer to that title shot, and I'm gonna take it home.
Definitely. And with your gym now joining the Matchroom stable, that's going to be, a lot of big opportunities for you. I think, I don't think you're going to have any trouble finding any more opponents. It's just,
Oh no, I had a hard time, but I paid my opponent out of my own purse for him to accept the fight. Seriously, he wasn't going to accept the fight because it wasn't enough, and already like 3, 4 guys said no before him,
wow.
but they want to take it. So I'm like, all right, boom, my purse. I gave him $2,500.
Just out of your purse, just to join, eh? Get in there.
Yeah, I don't care about the money. Well, not yet. I
No,
need
exactly.
exposure. It's not the most important thing to me.
Yeah, yeah.
If I could get myself in a ring, then I know I'll start making money. But
Of
I didn't.
course, it'll all come. It'll all come in time.
Man, I would have fought him for free if I had to.
Yo, and honestly, if you would have fought him for free, man, it was still a great opportunity, right? Honestly, he looked, like you hear the commentary in the beginning of the fight and everything, and they're like, oh, this is going to be a good test to see where you're at. I'll tell you, where you're at is far above where he is. I'll tell you, that's for sure. And I can't wait to see you more this year coming up, man. 4 times. That's going to be a great, great, big
Yeah.
difference from the last 2 years.
The matchmakers like, dang, we got to step up the competition because we were expecting this to be like a hard, tough 8-round fight for me.
Right.
So I'm glad I was able to impress the guys.
Definitely, definitely. So you say your next fight's going to be a 10-rounder?
Yes.
So that's going to be the first one. So what are some of the preparations that you might take to do that? Considering it's going to be a couple extra rounds.
Round, man. So right now we're dropping the intensity, increasing the volume, and then when we get closer in camp, we're going to drop the volume, increase the intensity. Meaning we're going to, let's say if I do 10, 12 rounds on the bag, we're going to make it shorter to about 8 or 5, but hard.
Okay.
And You have to play it by play because my body is my temple, my health. My body can fail on me if I'm not doing the right things, like drinking
Right.
enough water. So that's what kind of scares me is my body. My
Right.
body just show up. So I have to properly stretch and eat the right things. And
So
every,
what's the eating habit like? Like
I don't have bad eating habits. It's that I have to eat more. That's my.
uh,
I have to eat more, and I gotta eat higher quality food. Like
right.
as like avocado, nuts, good meats,
Good
good
proteins.
stuff like that. Like
Right.
I very low body fat percentage.
Right. Do you take like any supplements or stuff like that, or you just strictly like food kind of diet kind of guy?
I'm usually food and diet, but at the time I'm taking a multivitamin, but I'm
Right.
not on supplements. But when camp gets really hard and I feel like I'm out of breath, like not out of breath, second winded, like
Right.
I hard and I feel second winded throughout the day, that's a sign to me I have to take supplements like creatine.
Right.
Not to but to act as like a style recovery for myself.
Right. Right. So, who would be the dream fight next year if you could have it?
Dream fight next year. Dream fight next year. First off, I want the belt. Whoever I could get the belt from, it could be WBC, IBF, whoever the champions are. It's constantly changing. But my dream after I get my belt and I move up to 35, I would love to take out Pitbull Cruz. I'll take that guy out.
Honestly, I think that would be a brilliant fight. He's definitely the energizer bunny when it comes to work.
Yeah.
He does move forward a lot. He
I
does throw those.
um I'm gonna be respectful, but I don't think much of him. I don't think a guy his height should be fighting at 135. He's like 5'2", you
Yeah.
know, very tiny. And I think it's kind of like you just being fat. You don't want to lose weight. You know,
Not disciplined enough.
he should fight at like 122, 126 at the most. And even his last fight with my friend Giovanni, I seen a lot of flaws in there, a lot of errors, and I would love that fight.
Excellent. That'd be an awesome fight, man. I'll tell you, that'd be one to watch for sure. Definitely, your footwork would come into a big
Yeah.
play right there. Being able to, man, you spinning out like a ballerina these days, bro. you light on those feet. No wonder you love dancing. Eh? You take all those ladies out and spin them like that too.
I love dancing. Recently, I've been learning how to do salsa and like bachata dancing. So my
You,
foot should improve. I should get
yeah,
like
that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you find you're really coming into your own now, like with strength wise? Do you find that you're getting more of that?
becoming a man. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Just becoming older. My body's filling out. I'm getting a little more wider. Back's widening out. So
Yo, abs are looking like a washboard. How hard is it to maintain those abs?
very easy. I've had them since the summer of 2010.
Okay, okay.
I was in the shower and I got out. I got out the shower. I was a little 8-year-old. And my dad was like, "Oh shit, you got abs."
Yeah,
And I really, oh well, like he said, 6-pack. I didn't know what a 6-pack was. Like I thought it was like beer or something.
you're right.
But he looked at me and I'm like, "Yeah, I've been at these." And
Yeah,
ever since, and a part of who I am
yeah,
uh,
man.
forever.
Definitely. Well, Jalen, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, brother. What I want to do is just, for all these young kids out here watching, just give them some advice, what they need to do to follow in, kind of your footsteps. What should they do if they want to be you?
Man, what the advice I give to the youngsters is be yourself, be honest, be strong, believe in God, fear God, know that God is always watching. Don't do bad things, don't lie, don't cheat people. Be honest, and your life will be good. You know,
Excellent.
people want to always say good guys finish last. No, pushovers finish last. But if you're a man and you got principle and you carry yourself well, people will respect you. You have to be a soldier, but you also have to be a good man. You got to have principle. Certain things you don't do. You
Right.
don't do anything for fame and money. All that stuff is cheap. You got to have honor in this world. And I feel my generation likes that. They like principle.
Yeah, I do find that. I do find that they do lack principle, man. It's it's a sad thing, but as long as they have people like you, in this game that they can look up to, who do have the values of these older kids, maybe there is a hope for your generation.
Yeah.
Definitely. How's your dad doing, man? He was on
Oh,
here for your first interview.
he?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he was on with you.
Oh, he was here. He left like an hour ago. He was here at the gym. He's doing well.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we had to the ER. He had a problem with his appendix,
Ooh,
so yeah, we had that taken care of. He should be having surgery soon. But my father, he's good. He had his 41st birthday, so he's finally in his 40s.
well,
Man,
yeah, that's a boat that I'm on already. I've been I've been there. You know what though? 40's fun. I'm going to tell you, the 40's are fun. At this point you're established enough where you can enjoy yourself, so yeah. But he has you that he's constantly with and backing you and pushing you to do what you want, and it's great, man. It's great, honestly. So next fight, January, February, definitely I can't wait to see you get in there, man, and bang him out. And yeah, I'd love to see that strap around your waist by the end of 2024, man, for sure. You're deserving of it, man. I've been telling people this. I've been telling people about you for a long time. And hopefully they listen this time when I say this. People out there watching, man, right here is the real deal, people. The real deal.
thank you, bro.
Skywalker, man, the Jedi.
I really appreciate that.
Yo, no worries. I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for taking the time out. I'll let you get back to it. You're still at the gym. I know you're a bit of a
You're
gym rat. What's that?
in Canada right now.
Yeah, I'm up in Canada, baby. It's snowing it's
Hey,
not
shout
snowing yet, but it
out to the Canadian fans. Much love. I love to
yeah.
go out there, maybe do some hunting. If I learn how to do that, let's do it.
Yo, if you up in Canada, in Toronto, yo, hit me up. We'll take you hunting for sure. We'll get you some guns and we'll go out and shoot some things.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. So I'll let you get back to it, brother. It was great talking to you, man. I will always be in touch. You know that. I'm always watching you from the background, talking fight. We're behind you all the way 100%. And you know what? The future is yours, man. It's just what
thank you,
you make of it, right?
yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So next time.
Yep. All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right. Peace. To all the Talking Fight fans, that's it, man. Our man, Jalen Skywalker, the Jedi of the featherweight division, undefeated, 12-0-1. You know what it is, man. He was here live for an interview. We've been following this kid for time. I've been telling you guys for time. Listen when I tell you, the future of boxing is already here. You just got to know who to watch, and I'm the guy to tell you. So make sure you tune in next time for Knuckle Up with Mike Orr. You know what it is. Your man with his ears to the ground, finding the new prospects for you to watch for the future of boxing. You know what it is, man. I'll see you next time. Fighting solves everything. Remember that. Knuckle up. We'll see you again.